Hello, I'm going to show you how I make my lasagna. Everybody has their own favorite recipes. This is how I make mine. I use some ground meat, favorite sauce. I prefer my neighbor's sauce, but this is store-bought. Lasagna noodles, and also like to add stir-fried vegetables in with it too. So it's like a meat and vegetable lasagna. For those of you who don't like to cook over the stove and so forth, you can also use your pasta maker. Just follow the directions, and do not cook the pasta with the lid on. That's what it's for. It's for straining. First, I'm going to start off with some water for my noodles. Take it salt. Salt's for the taste. Yeah, I bounce a lot when I shake the salt. And I like to add a teaspoon of olive oil to my water, my boiling noodles. Seems to help keep them from sticking. I'll put that on to bring it to a boil. Now my meat, when I'm browning my meat, I like to use a pot instead of a pan, just to keep the splatter down to a minimum. Now first, stainless steel when cooking with meat, because I can use a metal spatula or metal utensils, no problem. With noodles, I prefer a non-stick, that way the noodles don't stick to the pot. But each their own. I'm using 1 pound of ground chuck. This one's 80/20. So there shouldn't be too much fat in it. Get that started. And my dogs went in. So give me a minute, we'll be right back. You do not have to cook your lasagna noodles first. You can actually go straight to baking it or use a crock pot. What you would do, I just wanted to put the noodles in and let it bake that way. Put down a layer of sauce, put noodles, then some sauce, some meat, some vegetables, some ricotta cheese or whatever cheese you prefer. Some people like cottage cheese, but I prefer ricotta. And even do multiple layers. Now as far as putting the sauce down, you can either use a spoon or a brush. Brush helps it get distribute a little bit better than the spoon. Spoon it out. Take it back a spoon, try to smear it all the way around. I'm going to try using both methods tonight. As you know, I'm already browning the meat. I almost forgot to get the ricotta cheese out of the fridge. Ricotta cheese. I use the one with whole milk. You can use one with skim milk, or you can use light. It's up to you. See, my noodles, my water's at a boil. Here. Okay, it's so my pan's 3 noodles wide. So there's 3. I'll go with some whole noodles. I got another box. Always keep extra boxes. 6. No first layer. 12. I will save some for the next time I make some lasagna. Just let it boil down to fall in. Or if you do decide to use your microwave pasta maker so to save yourself some time, you would just put in how many pieces of lasagna you need. In my case, it would have been 12. Add my water, put it in the microwave, follow the directions. I like to have them a little bit undercooked, let them finish cooking in the oven. That's just me. You can make it any way you want. That's the fun part about cooking. Experiment. I'm also going to grab some shredded cheese and a little bit of Parmesan for the very top. I'm going to buy some more. I'm almost out. The other reason I'm using a spatula for browning my meat is I like to chop it up and make sure it's real fine crumbly. Like I was making sloppy joes. Maybe in a few months I'll do a video on how to make homemade sloppy joes without buying the can brand or the pouches. Which would be nice because in a couple months, vegetables will be coming, fresh vegetables will be coming in, and that's what you want to use is some really fresh vegetables when you make homemade sloppy joes. Oh, very important. When you drain your ground meat, and use a strainer, do not put it down the sink with running hot water. It's eventually going to clog up your system. The biggest problem that I have and most people have when they cook their lasagna noodles, they overcook them. So when they go lay them down in the pot and they go grab them, they're falling apart. Now this brand, you guys supposed to cook them for 12 to 14 minutes. I'm going to probably cook them for about 8 to 10. Turn off the fire. Take it off the heat, just let them soak, and pull the noodles out one at a time to put them in my pan. Now, one of the things you can do is save like an old ice cream container, which is what I did, to dump your grease in. I keep mine in the fridge so it doesn't smell. And if you want detailed information, you can email us at wilddogsandlove@gmail.com, all one word. It should pop up somewhere around here with the email address. Okay, my meat's done. I got my strainer ready. One of the things I like to do right away is put a little bit dish soap in and start soaking my pot right away. So there's still going to be a little bit of grease left in the pot. Or yeah, a little bit of grease still left in the pot. Not oil, it's grease. And I push on the hamburger, make sure all the fat, all the grease and fat has been drained out really good. I gotta get my vegetables cooked here in a minute. I'm not gonna take the time to steam them on the stove, or actually stir them fry them on the stove. I don't feel like breaking out my big wok. And again, I'm not going to cook the vegetables to the full time. I'm going to leave about 2 to 3 minutes off so they're not completely cooked all the way through. I want them a little bit cool. I'm going to check on my noodles here, see how far done they are. Another minute or two. And I'll turn off the heat. I'm going to start prepping my sauce. I'm actually using a grocery store brand. I like it very much. It goes on, it's really thick. It's almost like my neighbor's sauce with fresh ingredients. My neighbor cans his own stuff. But this one I'm talking about, when you use a spoon, I might use a spoon to get it out. I prefer using a brush. That way I can coat the whole pan more evenly. Then when I get to the noodles, I can give them a good coating also better. But do whatever method works for you. If you like using your fingers to distribute it, go for it. Have fun. If you're not having fun cooking and you hate cooking, you're doing something wrong. Okay, take a little break. Now, the one thing I did forget to tell you guys to do is preheat your oven to 350 degrees unless you're using a crock. There's plenty instructions on YouTube or Google to tell you how to cook lasagna in a crock pot. Basically, it's the same process. You just take the uncooked noodles, do your layer of sauce, noodles, sauce, noodle sauce, and well, noodle sauce, toppings, noodle sauce, toppings, noodle sauce, toppings, and so forth. Then you put it on low for so many hours. I believe it's 4 to 6 hours. So it's great if you have like a short shift at work and you want to put it in before you leave for work. Then when you come home, it's ready. Turn off the crock, serve it, done. I keep misplacing my utensils. Okay, I'm taking my first noodle, letting it drip down, nice and firm, so it's not going to fall apart on me as easily. Second noodle. There I get my three noodles down for my first layer. Now I'm going to put some more sauce on. I'm not gonna get carried away. I'm just gonna put a little bit on each noodle. Take my handy dandy brush, spread the sauce out on the noodle.
You guys are
then layer.
supposed to go in the pee-pee pad.
Just enough to lightly cover it. And try not to do that. I make a mess. Which I'm going to get yelled at later for. Take your, actually I'm going to use a spoon. I'm going to take my ricotta cheese. I'm going to put 6 dabs on. In between where the joints are. And I'm going to smush it down a little bit so it spreads out okay. I need a little teaspoon to get this a little bit off. Take some more ricotta cheese. I'm also going to create a video of being a new puppy, kitten, or even a baby. How to prepare your house for new coming arrival of either a pet, baby. Well, I consider a kitten or a puppy a baby still. Now I'm going to take some of my ground meat. Break it up a little bit, and I'm just going to sprinkle it, take a tablespoon and sprinkle it over the layer, all over the layer. Okay, I've added my ground meat as you already know. Now I'm adding my mixed vegetables. I did finish one layer. Adding a little bit of my mixed vegetables to my next layer. Like I said, make it any way you want. I mean, you don't have to use ground meat. You can use ground turkey. You can use chicken. Heck, if you want to, you can actually make a fish lasagna. I'm going to put a little bit of shredded cheese on. The one I'm using is actually a Mexican style, but use whatever you want. The household here seems to like this blend, well, at least this year. And it's time for my next layer. As you can see, it's starting to get a little thick. That's what I want. I like a nice 3-4 layer lasagna. That way I can't say I'm not filled up after eating a little piece of it. More ricotta cheese. I need a little bit more on that one.
I got you, baby. I got you.
I hear Lisa in the background coming. Maybe. Like I said, it don't have to be perfect. We're not all perfect. There's my ricotta cheese. I'm adding my ground meat. I have just enough ground meat left for my last layer. My outside layer, that is.
I got you.
My vegetables, I have a little bit of vegetables left over also for my outside layer. Not much, but just enough to make it good. Sprinkle on some more cheese. And I'm putting my last layer on. Now again, use as much or as little sauce as you want. Don't be afraid to experiment. Doesn't come out right this time, but still, most of the time it's still edible. As long as it's edible, you've got somewhere. And sometimes when you make a mistake, you find something new. Well, I knew it was trying to split on me. I'll grab this other end. That one was trying to split on me. Here I am putting it on. And my last noodle. Oh, that's looking good already. Oh well, I'll be doing that in a few minutes anyhow. My sauce, I'm going to have sauce left over, so I'm probably going to make some Mexican pizzas this week. And maybe I'll put that on this video also. Or better yet, very easy pizza bread. Now I need more sauce than this. Now, a lot of people like a lot of sauce, some people like a little bit of sauce. Do whatever is comfortable for you. I like a medium amount of sauce. And here I'm going to use lots of my ricotta cheese. This last layer. What's funny is I really don't care for ricotta cheese that much, but when it comes to lasagna, it's delicious. I'm just putting on the last of your toppings. Oh, there's still a little bit more in there. I don't want to waste it. I don't want to throw it away. Even though I won't throw it away the can, I'll wash it out and use it for something else. I'll repurpose it. Grab my meat. This is where I'm just going to go nuts, putting it all over. Toss my vegetables. Again, some more shredded cheese. I'm up about another packet of this. I usually buy the, how many pounds is this? 2-pound bag. Well, we get through a lot of cheese here, so. And it gets me through, a 2-pound bag gets me through a month. And I'm going to top it off with the last of the, looks like the last of the Parmesan. I'm going to take some foil, cover it. This is supposed to help keep it from oozing over a little bit. This big pile here is going to flatten down as it cooks. Now, another little secret, most ovens have 2 racks in it. Cook in the middle rack, put a baking sheet below it in case it oozes over. So I'm putting the baking sheet in. Now I'm putting this in approximately a half hour, 40 minutes. You just want it long enough for it to finish cooking. I'm going to see what the box says. It doesn't say. So I'm going to go probably about a half hour. And as it's cooking, this is the best time to do a little bit of dishes. That way you don't have that much to do after you get done eating. Do what you used. Do the utensils you used. Clean up. That way when you pull it out, when you do pull it out, let it sit for for 10 to 15 minutes before you try cutting it. Because it's going to be boiling hot. Okay, the lasagna is pretty much done. I'm pulling it out of the oven. Dishes are all done. That's the nice thing about when you do all your prep work before you stick something in the oven. You do the dishes. Then when you serve dinner, you only have a few plates, utensils, and in this case, the casserole dish that I cooked in. Now Lisa and I will probably do the dishes after dinner, and we'll have those probably knocked out in about five minutes. We're a team effort. Take a look at this. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, look at that heaping mound of lasagna. Now to me that looks delicious. Now to others, it might not look so good.